What's up, everybody? It's your boy GQ, and I'm here with Boulevard. And we are here to bring you another great edition of the Live from the Bench podcast. Today, we have some very interesting and very entertaining topics to discuss. We're going to try to get it out there before the first game of the day starts. So, without further ado, Boulevard, let everybody know how you're doing before we jump in.
I'm good. I'm all set for the New Year's. I don't know about
Yeah, me
everybody else,
too.
but I'm ready to shake my ass, get nice and tipsy, fall over and puke somewhere in the grass. If I'm lucky, I'll find my glasses the next day. If
Oh,
not,
yeah.
I hope they don't get run over.
Oh, well, my daughter left her glasses on the ground the other day, and she wanted to pretend that they weren't there, or she wanted to pretend she couldn't find them. So to teach her a lesson, I actually got them hanging from the curtain, like on the top of the curtain in the living room.
You're a mean one.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
That's just mean.
we saw a lot that's
Let
going
him
on.
know that's mean in the comments.
We've seen that this situation with Travis Hunter is kind of getting way out of hand, and we all thought it would get a little better, but it's not. It's getting worse. Um, Recently we saw that people were saying that she just didn't seem interested in him, almost to the point where it was just showing signs of just not liking him. He's at an event shaking. Well, I mean, and it started after a game. She was just upset with him. She was just verbally upset with him, and he was trying to talk to her. She was like, she came out and said the reason she was acting that way was because she wasn't understanding why they would allow other fans on the field, but they weren't letting her and other people on the field. I don't understand that because I mean Travis Hunter is like one of Dion's kids, so I'm pretty sure if you're like, oh, I'm Travis Hunter's girlfriend, they'd probably know that, but I don't know. So that kind of seemed bullshit to me. I'm not sure
Mhm.
if you've been you visually saw that. I don't know if you ever saw that clip, but there was also a clip where Travis, after he won the Heisman, he was with his fans, taking pictures with the fans, and she just looked visually upset. Like visually, I don't want to be here, and it just was like it's getting everybody talking.
Is that the
Everybody's
thing? It's like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here or something like that? Or she said
yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah, and like I can understand with you, but your man just won the Heisman. Act like you're happy to
Be
celebrate with him.
supportive. Yeah. Be
Yeah,
supportive.
she didn't look like she wanted to be there supporting of him, and like I feel like there's no excuse to ever look like you're there because you have to be. Because you don't have to be there. If you're
Don't have
not there to support, like just go the fuck home.
And there's a
That's
lot of
my
women who would trade to be in your spot with his ugly ass.
exactly, exactly. And
And real
like
shit, he's an ugly dude. But I think he's an ugly dude with money. Money makes you attractive.
yeah, so it's been getting way out of hand because now people are like, yo, dude, leave her, bro, leave her. She not for you, bro, leave her. And now videos are surfacing. It was a video that I saw. Someone was like videotaping her in their kitchen. She's wearing like a t-shirt and some booty shorts or like maybe boy shorts underwears. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get hit by the YouTube guidelines.
Can you
But
show me
basically,
later
she was
for research purposes?
yes, she was basically half naked and making this guy's food. And that video came out. There were other videos of her getting up in
Who
the middle of
doesn't
the
like
night.
their food made by a half naked woman?
Yep.
Sam.
There's another video of her like in somebody's room and like it's dark. The only light you see is like a blue light of some sort. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
And then what was the other video? Oh, the whole story of her going into the clubs or parties and Travis waiting outside. that basically made him look like a clown. And I think it just starting to get to a point where it like was overwhelming for him. And it all came to a head when there was a video of her twerking on another guy,
Mm.
which ultimately left Travis to delete his social media account. Now, this is a problem because he's NIL. That means his image is where his money comes from. Uh, so if he doesn't have an image through social
Yeah.
media, that means that affects your money. That affects your money. The baby just woke up. It affects the
So
money because if they can't be out there, you can't be out there showing off your product that you're supposed to be showing off, or whoever your deal is with. It doesn't look good because you don't have an image. You can't we have an image without social media. That's why social media is such a big thing for the NIL. So I think that's a problem. And where it this takes me is like I have this thing about you being a public figure and other public figures dating public figures, or just anybody in any type of light. Like you have to be very careful because people are monsters and they are going to target your wallet. For example, what's that that girl Drea Michelle who had a baby with like a bunch of different athletes, and then it was a recent young basketball player, and now she's trying to take him to the cleaners
I think it's
for
one of them
child.
Jalen coming in the game. I can't
Yeah,
remember exactly. Yeah.
yeah, he's trying to take him to the cleaners, and then um, there was
Subs
another
maybe.
one. There's another situation. Travis Hunter, Drea. Uh, I can't remember.
Right.
Also, recently we saw that the CJ Stroud struggles have been led to they're starting to come back to lead. Where it's leading is he's dating Amber Rose. So if that's not evidence enough that there's
These women just be sabotaging us sometimes.
yeah. So if
You
that's
need
not
to
evidence enough,
pause.
huh?
You need to pause.
No, we're good.
All right.
That's not evidence enough of a problem. Uh yeah. It's just one of those things I want to always I say like if you're a public figure or if you're working in the public light where people are seeing you,
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand that anything that happens, any problem you have is going to be shed into a light. And one thing you don't want to be out in the light is your relationship issues. And when you have people who basically make their living in the limelight, because that's what Amber Rose is known for, being in the limelight. That's what Liana or Leanna Lene is going to make her living. That's what she's going to make her money, being in the limelight. And when you put these people in the limelight, they're going to do anything to gain some type of popularity for themselves. So if that means destroying your image, if that means destroying your image as a football player, Travis Hunter, like making you look like you make poor decisions, and it makes them money because it happens all the time. Like some people make money for being controversial, and
Mm-hmm.
these guys have to
A lot of
be a
people make
lot
money
more.
from being controversial. It's
Yeah,
the
so these
easiest
guys
way to
got to
make
be
money in
smarter.
this era.
These guys got to be smarter because I look at Travis Hunter and I'm like, listen, there are women out there that will just like sit there. They'll make you seem like the happiest man alive. I look at this girl, Leanna Lene, and I'm like, what is she? Like, is she a student? I don't know. There's not
I
enough out there
assume
about her.
I assume they met in high school. So it's probably
Mm,
some kind of long time crush that boy had or some shit. I mean, I don't know. I could see a scenario, but what it seemed like to me is like I love my baby mother, I never let her go kind of situation where he's just too smitten on the kitten and he can't see the full picture
yeah,
because he's too clouded, you know?
right.
You got all these damn cameras in his face, so he's blinded basically.
They do.
He doesn't want to see what everyone's telling him is right in front of him because there's too many people telling him it's great at the same time. But
Right.
he's missing what's actually happening is that he's And I don't know, he just picked a bad one. And he do need to cut ties. I mean, I've been to therapy many times, and I'm saying this to somebody who's seen a lot of therapists. He does need to move on past that shit.
Yeah.
He needs to get away from that situation as fast as he can because he's about to go into the NFL. And if he thinks he's caught up now, falling for that shit, he needs to smarten up as fast as possible. Like, so get rid of that one. Get yourself clear of all of that shit and focus on yourself, dude. Focus on football. Focus on your media presence. Focus on your interviews. Focus on your book. Focus on your production company, your rap label, whatever you're going to do. Women will come, women will go.
Yes.
Okay. Women come a dime a dozen. You have many dollars. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, guy? Do you understand, Travis? They need you more than you need them. You have more to offer them than they do you. They just offer you a big butt and a smile. You offer them a whole new world, a whole new level. Okay? So know your place, guy. Know who you are. Okay? Mm-hmm. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up because they see you as a stepping stone to greatness, that they can step on you and achieve greatness. Don't be that guy. There's plenty of examples that you'll see in the next few years of your life of what not to do. Take heed, learn the lessons from the veterans, the people that have been there. Everyone that's telling you get away from it, for once, as a whole, people are right. You need to move on. You need to run away as fast as you can. Because what is ahead of you, you cannot imagine right now. Sure, you have much money now, but you will be growing up into this lifestyle. Okay? Your family is coming up with you. There are more important things at hand than a big butt and a smile. Okay?
Absolutely.
Move forward. Just cut ties before you make a mistake and get her pregnant. That's all. Before you make a mistake like that, get out of town. Just go. Go to the NFL. Leave her wherever the hell you found her. It's like literally just drive back into town, open your car door, and keep going.
I agree because you don't want to become that guy that has.
They call him Willie Lump Lump. Don't be Willie Lump Lump.
Yeah, because there's women out there that have babies with 5 different players in the league. You don't want to be number 6. You don't want to be a part of that because that's where it's headed. Like, people out here don't give a fuck about you, bro. They do not care about you. I'm sorry that I curse in front of the baby, but these people do not care about you. So you got to do what's best for you and not destroy your image because it's over. You see, Uncle. All right. Let's move on to the next topic.
Moving on.
Round 2. Fight.
So, Adam Schefter.
Oh, wait, you forgot a whole story.
What was the other story?
The whole story. Earl Thomas's wife stole $2.7 million from his account.
That's the one I was missing. Okay. We're not done. We're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done.
I'm like, how is he going to segue into that? And then he goes, round 2. Like, whoa. Round 2 was like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, that's the one I was forgetting. So it gets so she's funny. Like, because I remember a few years ago they were dealing with some nonsense where she had grabbed, was it that she had his gun?
Yes. She pointed his gun at him.
So yeah, so this lady's batshit insane.
No, wait, no, it was more so than that. It was during a threesome he was having with another woman and his brother. She was charged with burglary of a residence with intent to commit aggravated assault with a deadly weapon / family violence.
That shit insane.
Yeah. Then, oh no, go ahead, because there's more to that even.
Oh no, I'm listening because
Oh, I don't have more to that story, but I mean, then there was last year, what should I say, 2023 now, because it's damn near 25. Earl Thomas found himself at the center of a $1.9 million identity theft scheme orchestrated by his ex-wife's boyfriend. I think his name is irrelevant.
oh
So,
yeah.
these people are just bad. He just, yeah. Like, Travis, are you paying attention? Travis Hunter, are you paying attention? I know you're not, but
Get down.
Get down.
No.
my man,
Go ahead, get down.
like, be
That's
careful.
crazy.
Because you can end up with one of these.
I got something for you.
I mean, could you imagine getting shot while you're tag teaming some broad?
I'm sorry, I'm not tagging teaming
Well,
nobody.
family style. Woo!
I'm not tagging teaming nobody with my brother.
Choo choo. No. No. No.
So now it's kind of all, it's like devolving. It's not even getting any easier because what was it? $2 million?
2.7.
$2.7 million. She's trying to defraud him with. She's trying to defraud him.
Defraud.
Indicted
for conspired the Department of Justice for the conspiracy to commit wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, and money laundering.
Jesus.
Thompson, who was her partner in this, not even Nina Thomas herself, the ex-boyfriend, was charged with possession with intent to distribute 500 grams or more of cocaine in possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. That's not what we're talking about here. Like, you just threw him out there to make him sound like a bad person. Come on now. Don't manipulate the story like that, News. Watching you. Keeping an eye on you now. That was unnecessary information. We didn't know that he needed to know that he had a drug charge there. We're talking about these two. The Thomases. In 2021, Thomas and Thompson entered into a romantic relationship from on or about September 6, 2021 to on or about December 13, 2024. Thomas and Thompson obtained money and property from victim one, Earl Thomas, by fraudulently transferring funds from victim one's, Earl Thomas, bank accounts to bank accounts created by Thomas and Thompson. To obtain these funds, Thomas and Thompson created an email account in victim one's name, then opened several bank accounts by using that email account and victim one or Thompson's address and or telephone number. Thomas and Thompson then fraudulently wired funds from victim one's, Earl Thomas, actual financial accounts into the newly created accounts which they controlled. Sometimes in amounts as much as $300,000. They used the fraudulently obtained funds to purchase items, including the Hermes Birkin handbag for $28,796 and a Porsche Panamera for $52,890. Yikes.
Oh.
Go on.
Oh, that's just like, oh. I can't. It's like, you said the Hermes bag, $20,000 for a bag.
Also, enhancement to her clavicle area. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
spent it to upgrade her chesticles. Her chesty, breasty is good to caress thee.
So probably a good almost $100 grand. Take that man money. And then she tried to take even more. This woman is not just like a horrible decision made by Earl Thomas, because Earl Thomas is not on trial today. But that was a bad decision by him. And she's a criminal. Like, where do they be finding these women at? It's like,
we are not in the same tax bracket. I have no idea. The ones that they're looking at, the ones that are looking at them, they don't exist in my world.
Yeah. Well, no women exist in my world but my wife. And that's just what I'm going to say publicly.
Yeah, that too. Yada yada. Well, that's all that needs to be said.
Publicly.
I'm married. I ain't dead.
Right. Right.
Moving on. All right.
And
What
this
else
is
we
one of
got?
those things. This is
Okay,
exactly
wait,
why
that's
we're
the end
saying
of
what
that
we're
story,
saying.
yes?
Yeah, but I just want to just end it on this. This is why
Oh,
we're
wait.
saying what we're saying
We're not done
to
with that
Travis
story.
Scott.
I'm sorry. I missed the best part.
Okay.
If convicted of wire fraud counts, you can have it after this because I never like Thomas and Thompson face a maximum term of imprisonment of up to 30 years, a fine of $250,000, and up to 3 years of supervised release. 40 identity theft counts, they each face a mandatory imprisonment of 2 years to run consecutive to any other sentence imposed, a fine of up to $250,000, and up to 1 year of supervised release. As for the money laundering charges, they each face a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years, a fine of up to $250,000, and up to 3 years of supervised release. Jesus. Thomas also faces a mandatory minimum term of imprisonment of 5 years with a maximum of 40 years. Damn. A fine of up to $5 million and at least 4 years of supervised release for the cocaine charges. He also faces 5 years to life imprisonment to run consecutive to any other sentence imposed, a fine of up to $250,000 and up to 5 years of supervised release for the gun charge. This, according to this article, Nina Thomas attended Beyonce's concert on Wednesday at Energy Stadium during halftime of the Texans-Ravens game. The floor is yours.
This is why we have been harping on it today in this episode is y'all really have to be careful who y'all tying yourselves to, because these women are ruthless nowadays. And I'm not out here bashing women. This is not what I'm doing. I'm saying be careful, because some of these women have their own ulterior motives. Guys have ulterior motives too, but women have their own motives, and they gonna try to destroy you if they have to. So please be careful. If you got money, protect your money, protect your assets, because if they can take your shit, they're gonna find a way to take your shit. Because I'm pretty sure this is not all that Earl Thomas's wife has done. This is what she got caught with. This is what she got caught for doing. Because there's probably other things.
I'm sorry. The kicker to me is like this. This is the second time he had a chick get weird on him. He didn't learn the first time. That's what fucked me up. Like, okay, so the first wife pulled a gun on him while he was tag teaming abroad. And he didn't learn that. You got to be careful. Cover your ass, man. Cover your ass.
Wait, I thought this was the same person.
No, not the same girl. Different.
Where do y'all be finding these girls?
Church. I don't know.
This is exactly my point. Be the fuck careful, y'all. Be careful, because that's crazy. These girls is taking y'all money. Mm-hmm. Just know that I'm broke. Don't look at me, women. I'm broke. I ain't got it. $40.
He does have a ring now.
Yeah. All right, let's get into.
I'm blocking.
Let's get back into football, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Schefter said something, and when I first
you gotta ring the bell, man.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Let's get it, y'all.
Round 2, fight.
Okay, so Adam Schefter said something that when I first heard it, I was like, "What the hell is he talking about? He need to shut up." But then when I heard it again, I really understood it. So, me talking about it, I want to let you guys hear what he said. I will not be sharing audio. I mean, I will not be sharing video because I will not let guidelines strike me at all. I don't know if you can direct me with audio, but let's get into it.
Turn it up.
Not want to get sick on the record because you know what? They want to sit down, rest their players, and make sure.
I'm gonna restart it because I think my volume is super down. Yeah, what the hell? All right, let's do this.
The Eagles is in hand and there's nothing at stake. I would say they would not want to get sick on the record because you know what? They want to sit down.
Where'd it go? What the hell just happened?
Rest their players and make sure.
Oh, I didn't see nothing. All right. Well, whatever. How about this? You're muted again.
Oh no, I didn't say anything. Can you hear it now?
No.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're having a little technical difficulties. The intern is not.
Yeah, somebody's fired. Can't find good help these days.
So basically, what he was saying that the Eagles should sit their starters, rest them, let the Giants win. Saying that Saquon should get. I can understand it because you don't want to let the Giants get any better, but I don't know. I'm
Wait,
not.
What did he say? So I don't understand what you said. Like it skipped or something, or my brain skipped.
So basically, what I heard from it, what I got from it was thinks the Eagles should sit their starters, so the Giants can win. I don't know if that's what he was expecting, but so the Giants wouldn't get the first round pick, which I don't understand why they would do that. But I understand when he's like, oh yeah, the Eagles should, but we're playing football. So I disagree with it, but I understand it. It sounds stupid, but to some people there might be logic.
Right.
But again, I'm a football player. I want to win every time we take the field. I always want to win. So like, because the Eagles can still get the number 1 seed. Like, that spot's not clinched yet. So doing anything stupid like taking an L, the rest starters doesn't make any sense, right? And you already lost because Jalen Hurts was out. He's out this week. You can't afford to do what Shefty wants to do. We can't really afford to do that. We can't afford risking going from 2 to 3. So that's my take on it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, that's playing chess. But me, I'm not worried about what other teams' situations are. I'm only focused on my team. Now, if I hear something from the other team that can benefit my team, yeah, I'll consider that. But I'm not going to go try that type of game because for what? I'm trying to win football games. That's all I'm trying to do. You can have whatever team you have. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about my situation. I'm worried about this team. To me, that's my only concern.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see where Schefter comes from, and I would imagine there are definitely GMs out there playing games like that. Like it's the West Wing in politics or some shit. It's like, I hope not, though, because these are people's like livelihoods and shit.
Right.
So
somebody's breaking their toys out.
I mean, the Giants are going to pick up a quarterback. They're going to pick up whatever falls to them regardless. Eagles need to worry about their weak spots. They have some big needs still. Right? That's it.
My reason why I don't like this is because I don't feel as though no matter who they pick up, it's going to change much. because they need a quarterback,
but
but they
need
need a
lot
lot
more
more
than
than a quarterback.
that. They're not a quarterback away.
Yeah. So if they get Shador at 1 or they get freaking Cam Ward at 3, I don't know. I haven't seen the mock drafts yet. I'm kind
That
of
sounds pretty close. So
yeah.
I would assume.
I don't think that changes much at all because the team is bad. Like I still think you need to go out and get you a solid GM because guess what? There's a possibility that Joe Sheen might fuck this up. He might.
She better not be there become the next draft. That don't make no damn
He's
sense.
gonna be there. It's hilarious. He's because if he wasn't, and this is my honest belief, if Joe Sheen wasn't gonna be there anymore, he would be going anywhere. He would be gone already because there's nothing for him to do right now. So I feel as though if they were going to make that move, they would have made it already because that person that's going to be filling in for him will be would be looking at who I could potential, like, because I know if I was like going to be interviewing for this position, I'm already looking at picks. I'm the director of scouting for the Kansas City Chiefs, but I know I could potentially land the New York Giants job. So I'm already I'm not even looking at the Chiefs pick. I'm looking at the Giants pick because I may end up the GM there. So, but I feel like with Sheen, he's probably in there like, I'm untouchable. I can trade away the top 3 picks for the Giants, and I still have my job next year. And I feel like he's an asshole. He's an asshole to do that type of shit.
Oh,
damn. And I know this ties into a few other things, but I just don't see that the Eagles giving the Giants a win would benefit anybody in any way, shape, or form. And I don't even think it hurts the Giants, to be honest, because they just dropping down. Even if they don't drop, there's a possibility that the other teams might even continue to win, and the Giants still get that top spot. Like, what if the Giants don't drop because of that one win? Like, what if the other teams just bomb? So I don't know. Or the other teams start winning, like they win their last 2 games because somebody else is thinking the same thing. Oh, I don't want to let the Giants drop. Let's keep the Giants there and stop the Raiders from getting it, or whoever.
Giants have 2 wins, and there are 5 teams with 3 wins. So, yeah, it's theirs to fuck up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And we know the history of their program, and we know if the same guys making the damn call, and we know the history of Giants football. It's been postured on another show that the Giants organization probably wouldn't want a black quarterback. So who's to say? So maybe dropping back would be worth it because they wouldn't have to have an egg on their face for not drafting Shador.
Yeah, you've got a point there, and it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know when the last time I think it was like maybe Josh Johnson or Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
When the last time they had a black quarterback? I don't know. I can't remember.
It was something I heard, and I couldn't really say no or yeah, because I don't know.
It makes sense. Why would they want a black quarterback to be the face of their team? They wouldn't want that. They barely wanted Saquon to be the face of their team.
What? Because it's New York, concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Well, I mean, I just realized what was going on there. I think that's just a bad way to look at it. It's like, why wouldn't you want a black quarterback? It's like looking at it that way because I don't even look at white running backs that way anymore. I don't even look at white cornerbacks that way anymore because I'm looking at
Riley Moss for getting burnt on the other day. Yesterday.
Listen, Riley Moss is a god.
No,
he is the Thor of cornerbacks.
He's the horror of cornerbacks because he gave it up easy. Yeah.
Damn.
Man, he did not come off looking good on that possession.
So
2 plays in a row, we got burnt.
So I know this
for the
whole
touchdown.
story, it ties into the Raiders somehow.
Mhm.
Because I know there's something going on. I can't really put my finger on it. I'm not sure if you had that
Finger on what?
on the pulse of where this Adam Schefter's theory, where it ties in with other teams. I'm not sure if you have any.
I don't know. Giants became
connections.
#1 pick because the Raiders lost to the Jaguars. And now they're part of that big ass tie of 5 teams with 3 wins. And they're all trying to get ahead of the Giants, but none of them are playing the Giants. So it's like I said, it's the Giants' spot to lose. Basically, yeah.
We know it's possible to do it.
Yeah.
Lovie Smith showed everybody that it was possible.
What's the Giants' schedule looking like? I mean, do we really care? I mean, this is just for knowledge sake, because we are here to educate, make you laugh, grab your tits and cough. They play the Colts this weekend and today, actually, and the Eagles in Philly on January 5th.
They can definitely beat the. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna say that.
No, don't say that, because no, that would be a lie. It would be a damn lie.
I mean, I don't know. Anthony Richardson has thrown a game away before.
Yeah. Tommy DeVito.
And Tommy DeVito could start
Is
cooking.
Tommy DeVito still the quarterback?
I don't know.
100% sure.
I don't know.
Depth chart. No, it's Drew Lock. My bad. Okay.
Okay.
Well, they're
they
slightly
can win
less.
with Drew Lock.
Yeah, they're slightly less doomed with Drew Lock. So there you go. But what do y'all think, people? If you're still watching, do you think the Eagles should let the Giants win just to ruin the Giants season? Because, I mean, I've never seen a team forcefully try to lose a game. Like, I've never seen it. I don't even know what that would look like. I imagine if you're actually trying to lose a game, everyone would be able to see that, because it would look wrong. It just look. It's like you're alligator arming, tip passes, or you're going like this instead of tackling, or there'll be something that just ain't look right. It ain't smell right.
Right.
So I can't imagine. I just can't imagine a team actually just letting a team win for draft positioning. I think Schefter was out of his fucking mind, and he was just looking for a hot take to draw some skepticism, some controversy, and that's some nonsense. But rainy day, you got to have something to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Much ado about humping. What else we got?
Well, I know what we got. We got the main event.
Main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
What is it now?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles are getting ready to gear up to face the Cowboys at 1 p.m. And before we get there, I just want to say something. All season, when Jalen Hurts was having his, not necessarily struggles, because he was just not throwing the ball as much, and y'all were just super upset, like, oh my God, Jalen Hurts sucks. Put Kenny Pickett in. Well, guess what, assholes? You got what you wanted. Jalen Hurts got hurt. You saw Kenny Pickett. Now y'all like, oh my God, we need Jalen. It's time for the Jalen Hurts disrespect to stop. We say this all the time. Stop disrespecting Jalen Hurts. There's a reason why he's the quarterback of the Eagles. There's a reason why he is QB1. There's nobody on this team that can better lead this team than Jalen Hurts. We thought that it was Saquon Barkley alone. No, because you saw Saquon Barkley still did Saquon Barkley shit. But guess what they were missing? They were missing what Jalen Hurts brought to the team. So if you don't have what Jalen Hurts brings to the team, you lose. You don't have that. We've seen that in evidence. What I'm sure we probably could have looked up the stats prior, but like the team doesn't do well without Jalen Hurts. in history, like they haven't won. I think they maybe won one game without Jalen. 1 second.
Did you pause it?
The Eagles. She just told me that her team is Nia. I don't know what that means, but they haven't. I don't think they've won. I think they maybe won one game without Jalen Hurts since he's been the starter.
Stat News says one. I don't necessarily trump Stat News, but I'm not saying anything to counter it. So. Yeah, 1-4.
Yeah, and that's not good. And for him to be the starter as much as he's been, only missing 5 games is tremendous. But but it's just like, stop the Jalen Hurts disrespect, because the man is the quarterback. We're not going to sit here and try to rewrite it because his stats aren't glamorous. We don't need glamorous stats. We need to win the Super Bowl. Y'all think that and you can't just automatically assume that just because they have the best version of their team that they can go out there and just win a Super Bowl. You can't win a Super Bowl with Kenny Pickett just because he has A.J. Brown and Devontae. That's not enough to win a Super Bowl. You need all those pieces healthy and executing the best way they know how to do it. And because we saw Donovan McNabb had probably one of the best receivers in the game with T.O., couldn't win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady had one of the best wide receivers in the game, Randy Moss, couldn't win the Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter if you have one of the best to ever do it that can almost automatically guarantee a Super Bowl. That's not how it's going to work. You have to have everybody there making things happen, executing their mission and their task to win. And I think until they get Jalen Hurts back, you're going to see the same struggles. All right. So I just want to get right back into what's important about this week. They're playing the Cowboys. Dak is still out. Cooper Rush is in. Eagles are still performing well. I mean, you've seen some struggles in that Washington game, but I felt like Boulevard did say, this was the letdown game. I didn't believe it. But I also didn't think Jalen Hurts was going to get injured, because I feel like if Jalen Hurts was in the game, that was the Eagles win. So that's also that's the big difference. That was like the really big difference, because they didn't have to worry about Jalen anymore. It was just Kenny. Kenny is just Kenny.
Just Kenny. Oh my
Kenny
God.
2 gloves.
You mean because his hands are, size M?
Yeah. I take Taysom Hill over him.
Huh?
I'd take Taysom Hill over him any day.
I don't
Desmond
know.
Ritter.
I'm not really comfortable with either of them. So when it comes to those two.
And that's the problem. Like, we need like a solid backup. I'd even, you know what? Just let
Kenny Pickett's supposed to be a solid backup. He's an experienced quarterback, but it means he's got a few years of starting experience under his belt. It wasn't successful, but that's why he's a backup. Those who can do, those who can't hold a clipboard.
I hold a clipboard
every day.
Supposed
to be out there. That's the point of being a backup.
That's true.
Be out there unless it's the end of the game and you're winning by 20.
You gotta have strong knees.
Yeah. Be good at talking into a headset and looking at the damn, what do you call it, Microsoft Surface. Because that's 90% of what you do now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Shit. That's what he's supposed to be. This isn't supposed to happen. This is not supposed to be Cooper Rush versus Kenny Pickett. No one wanted this, least of all the NFL.
Oh, that just sounds bad.
It's a terrible matchup of quarterbacks.
This game is going to be a low-scoring one.
I mean, even with the Eagles' weapons, even with C.D. Lamb and Rico Dotto coming alive the past couple of weeks, I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. I heard speculation that CD wasn't playing. I don't know.
Could be. I might have missed that one.
Said
Right.
I think they said he was having shoulder surgery.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
You're right. I totally dropped the ball on that. My bad. That
Uh,
slipped my head. But yeah,
it
he's
could be
out
a low scoring game.
yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, but you got the Eagles weapon Saquon going for 2105, but he's on pace for 2083. What do you think? What's your strategy there? Do you let
I
him
don't
go?
think he get. I don't think he gets the record. I don't think he breaks the record.
Because then the boys say he didn't want him to break the record.
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson said he didn't want him to break it.
What is he? He's about 26. How far is he away from the record? I think they said 260 or something like that.
Let me check. Saquon. Oh, Q, not a W. Stats per game. Let me see. He's at 1838. Fuck, man. All right, so used to be good at math. 2105 minus 18 minus 1838. 267.
267. Now
267 away.
it's more than attainable for him. It's definitely attainable in these last two games. versus Dallas.
132, well, 132 and a half per game.
Yeah, it's attainable, but
Is it? I mean, because
But-
the box is going.
he's got like it's attainable, but it would have been a lot more attainable with Jalen. Because now
Yeah.
with Penny Pickett, you have to. They're going to eight. They're going to eight in the box. They're going to put that pressure on. So that means that they're putting the pressure on Kenny, not so much the pressure on Saquon.
In the
They're gonna
box,
put-
probably
they're gonna-
cracking in the receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to force Kenny to have to throw it, and I feel like
Yeah.
they're not afraid of Kenny Pickett's arm.
No.
Like I feel like with Jalen Hurts, they would have to play more honest defensively, but without Jalen and Kenny Pickett at the helm, they can probably just like stack the box and play man. Not necessarily because of the fact that the receivers aren't going to get open. I don't think we can trust Kenny Pickett's arm to get that ball there. And honestly, I don't either. I feel like this is going to be a really low scoring game, in my opinion. And usually I'm always talking about blowouts. I don't know what the over under is, but I'm taking the under.
Really? It's 9.5. I thought you heard it was at the bottom of the screen earlier.
It
Which
was
is implied that it would be 25.25 to 15.75 as the final score because math.
That's weird.
Yeah, numbers are funny like that. I love numbers.
This is going to be one of those 15-12 games.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be a disaster. I really got these stats popping up in a terrible pattern. Wanted them all to run. I was hoping they would all just run once, but that's whatever. All right.
You have your questions? Because you know you like to do those.
Oh, yeah, I did. I mean, well, what I really wanted to discuss before I got into the over-unders was as it stands right now for the playoffs, we're looking at another Eagles-Commies matchup. Eagles versus Commanders.
So I think the Eagles win this game, especially if Jalen's back. And the reason why I feel like Jaden Daniels not ready for the playoffs. Because it's a reality. I don't know how it's even a thing, but the playoffs is always different. It's a different atmosphere than a regular season game. And I feel like Jaden Daniels isn't ready for that atmosphere and that pressure. And I think that's the thing with rookie quarterbacks. It's like you know pressure, regular season pressure. Like you lose, all right, pick your head up. You're gonna do it. You got to go back out there next week and fight. The pressure is different in the playoffs because if you lose, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
That pressure on a rookie is going to be a lot for Jaden Daniels because he's it's the playoffs is new to him. Not necessarily because he's been a champion. He's
Well,
done so in college, but this is a whole different ball game here. Like if you get eliminated, you're done.
right. I mean, considering what that New Orleans game, the way they won, and the way he won against Philly, like that was a hell of a game for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like he picked apart New Orleans and he took over against Philly, and it wasn't like the defense was necessarily lacking as much as the offense was that game.
I think in the Eagles game, I think that game altogether, there was a lot of calls not being called. And I feel like it's probably going to continue in the playoffs.
A hell of a game.
I think in a playoff atmosphere, you're going to get a whole different energy from the Eagles, which is something that they always do. You always get a different energy from the Eagles, from the fans.
At
Not
home,
so much
it will be at the link. So
yeah, so I don't think the Commanders come away with the victory.
I say it will be at the link because as of today, it would be at the link. Who's to say they don't go out and collapse today with Pickett starting?
It could be. That could also be a thing.
It could be. It's a scary proposition, but it could be.
Because they have been splitting with the Cowboys a lot, so I don't know. We'll see.
But let's hope. I mean, let's hope reality sets in, and the fact that the Eagles are a better all-around team. Even considering the quarterback position, because Kenny Pickett's still better than Cooper Rush. And let's be real about it. So that in mind, I'm sure our schematic people will find a scheme that will work. I trust that more so than I trust that the Cowboys will find one, because the Cowboys were working with CeeDee Lamb, Rico Dowdle, and scraps to begin with. So my money's still on the Eagles, and so are the bettors, because I mean the line says 9.5, and I don't know. I would shake the under on that though, but that's me.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that there could be a lot better game from Kenny Pickett because he's probably got a chance to practice this week. He's got a chance. He's probably got the chance to practice. Probably got a chance to actually get a handle on the system, the offense as the number one. So he's probably getting a little bit more reps now. He's probably a little bit more comfortable this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a different game from him. I could just be being overly negative and pessimistic about this game or his game against. I could just be being pessimistic. I could be being negative, but someone has
check in Cooper Rush's last couple of games.
But I have faith that that Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore have figured something out to play to their strength. It's going to be a whole different offense.
I see Cooper Rush has not been bad in his last couple of games.
Yeah.
No picks, 4 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Mid-60s completion percentage. Mid to high 60s, 67. 68. Yeah. 68% completion last 2 games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ratings over 100. So, yeah, he's been solid. So, let's not really write off Cooper Rush like he's Cooper Rush. I mean, we can write him off because Cooper Rush don't do too well against the Eagles, however.
No.
That's always something to consider. He does not have a good history against the Eagles.
My only thing is
the team that beat him.
Yeah. I say that the Eagles have to get started fast. They got to score fast. And this is always my case, my argument. Always score fast and make your team, make your opponents play catch up. Because Eagles, when the teams are playing catch up, they're always playing catch up. And I feel like Eagles struggle with holding on to a lead because they let Jaguars cut in close, and it happens so much. Like the Eagles could be blowing teams out, but they tend to take the foot off the gas, and I need them to not take the foot off the gas.
It's Meathead Nick Sirianni.
Yeah. I mean, Doug Peterson used to do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, he ain't here.
He ain't here.
He ain't about to get fired where he at if he didn't already. Did he get fired already?
Not yet.
Well, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Especially considering the Jaguars just lost to team we were just talking about earlier. The Raiders.
So the
Raiders.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have for today.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Unless you wanted to do some over-unders.
Let's do some over-unders. Some under-overs.
Who throws for more yardage? Kenny Pickett or Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush.
Okay. How many sacks for Cooper Rush?
4.
How many sacks for Kenny Pickett?
5.
Damn. So Saquon needs 132. Oh, what's over under 160?
Under.
Over under 140?
Under.
Over under 100?
Over.
Okay. Over under 2 touchdowns.
But Saquon? Over.
Who leads the team in targets?
A.J. Brown.
Okay. How many yards for Rico Dowdle?
67.
How many yards for... Oh, wait, he's having surgery. I don't know. Never mind. I don't know the Cowboys receivers. Some trash-ass asshole.
Yeah. Some trash-ass assholes.
How many targets for some trash-ass asshole?
5.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'm done with that.
All right. Well, I got one more over and under for you guys. And does this video get over under 50 views? Let me know in the comments.
Taking it over.
Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. And to that, I say to you, we cannot all be starters. And there's one person on this planet that is best at telling you all what you can do.
Is it me? All right. Hit the bench.